More than 5,000 people turned out to watch a 3D mapping show on a historic temple in central Tokyo recently. Technicians projected colorful images onto the exterior of Tsukiji Honganji. Organizers composed the show to celebrate the listing late last year of the temple's main hall and other structures as important national cultural properties. Computer-generated images moved across the facade of the main hall, highlighting the building's ancient Indian architectural features. Spectators also watched a traditional No performance featuring a Chinese warrior. India has come forward to build a new cultural centre of Jaffna. The foundation stone for this 1,200 million rupee project was laid under the leadership of the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi last week. The premises of Jaffna Library has been selected for the construction of the new cultural centre. The objective of building this centre is to strengthen the cultural relationships among the communities. The building is to be completed within 3 years. The building will consist of a floating stage, an auditorium with seating capacity for 600 persons, a multimedia library facilitating research through internet, an exhibition hall and a museum. The Indian Prime Minister also attended a function held at the Jaffna Library. Addressing at the function, the Indian Prime Minister said that in taking forward a country towards development, it is important to have brotherhood among the communities and their dedication. The Northern Province is marching towards a new path. Mr. Narendra Modi assured India's fullest support for all development activities of Sri Lanka. The Chief Minister of the Northern Province, C.V. Vigneshwaran, also attended the function. The Indian government has already constructed nearly 20,000 houses under the 50,000 houses project for the low-income earning people of Jaffna. 27 houses have been constructed in the Ilawali area. The Indian Prime Minister symbolically handed over these houses. Roots Asia 2015 opened last Sunday in Kunming, southwest China's Yunnan province, attracting representatives from over 283 airlines, 113 airports and 43 government departments and tourism authorities across the world. As a part of the 3-day event, the Roots Asia 2050 Strategy Summit also offered participants a platform to communicate with each other and to share information. In addition, a large exhibition was held allowing airliners and airports to show their products to visitors. The event saw a strong representation from China, with all 4 major carriers, China Eastern Airlines, China Southern Airlines, Hainan Airlines and Air China attending. A high number of major Asian flag carriers such as Japan Airlines, All Nippon Airways, Philippine Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Garuda Indonesia and Air New Zealand also attended the event. Though the event mainly focuses on Asian airlines and airports, airlines from Europe, America and Oceania came to attend. Founded in 2003, Roots Asia was organized by British company UBM Aviation and has been successfully held in Malaysia, Thailand, India, Australia and South Korea over the past years. Kunming won the bid to host the event in June 2013. Spring snow has swept through China's northern regions, benefiting crop planters while giving a battering to vegetable growers. In the Yili River Valley of northwest China's Xinjiang-Uyghur Autonomous Region, heavy snow has covered wheat crops that had been suffering from a dry winter. Agricultural experts said the timely snow will help with the maturity of the wheat and benefit local farmers. While for others who grow vegetables, the snow has become a challenge, as they had already taken down the straw mats covering their greenhouses to keep them warm when the winter just passed. Armed police stationed in the region have come out to help the farmers fix their greenhouses and cover straw mats on top of them so as to maintain stable temperatures inside. Similar relief work at greenhouses also occurred in Fuyuan County of northeast China's Heilongjiang province, where the first snow since the start of the Chinese New Year has left some areas with accumulated snowfall of more than 1 meter. More than 40 vegetable greenhouses have been buried beneath the snow in Hongguan village of the county. Border police have rushed to clear the snow around the greenhouses, trying to save those that are in danger of collapsing. The snow in Xinjiang and Heilongjiang has also disrupted local traffic and caused sharp temperature drops, said meteorological authorities. The director of the Thai King's Jazz Band is in Macau. Pathon Sakera is also an award-winning Thai composer and musician with family roots in the South African Republic. And in a bid to learn more about his ancestry, the musician came to the region and hopes to be reunited with long-lost relatives.
We still get together every Saturdays, and if we don't play music, then we just listen to music.
Award-winning musician and composer Pathon Sakera comes from a long line of Thai musicians, 4 generations to be precise, and just like his father before him, Pathon also took the role of director of the Thai King's Jazz Band. But that's not the only family tradition that he inherited.
All of my father's siblings, they were born with a Portuguese name first.
The musician's surname gives away his ancestry. Sakera is perhaps one of the most typical Portuguese family name and has roots in Macau, where his relatives are originally from.
Such as like obrigado or parabéns, That's pretty much what we have left.
In his quest to trace his family's roots, the composer came to Macau.
After a few generations, the way to keep a tradition is the name and the cuisine, the recipes. It's the 2 main things to keep a tradition.
Although having made most of his musical studies and subsequent career in Thailand and the United States, Pathon Sakera also had the opportunity to be in touch with his roots while being a student at the Oporto's Conservatory of Music in Portugal for a short period of time. So influential is his work in the country that he was made Commander of the Order of Merit of the Republic of Portugal in 2011. As one of the roughly 1,000 Thais of Portuguese descent, Pathon Sakera tries to keep close ties with his ancestors' country, which has earned him further recognition.
In 2006, I was the Portuguese ambassador in Bangkok commissioned me to write a piece at that time using the poem of Camões, which Lusíadas, and then from that one I became more interested in the family and how we were.
Besides his work, which was also chosen as the anthem for Luso-Thai quincentenary anniversary in 2011, there's more space for Portuguese influence in the musician's portfolio.
To the records, when my great-grandfather went to Bangkok in 1890, there were some of his siblings still remain in Macau at that time. So it would be great if I would be able to find some relatives now.
Pathon Sakera recently attended a seminar at the Old Ladies' House, or Albergue da Santa Casa, alongside historian and genealogist Jorge Forjas. The musician, according to Forjas, is a living example of the Portuguese history and heritage present in every corner of the world.
My great-grandfather, Lorenzo, moved to Bangkok, and then he also married to another Macaunese immigrants. Yes, and then my grandfather was also married to another Portuguese lady, and that line was from Lisbon.
The historian is expecting to soon launch another book on the traditions of Macanese families, following his 1996 work on the subject. A 3D topographic map of the Korean peninsula has been unveiled to the public. Showing the various heights of the peninsula, the map is expected to contribute to academic research in other areas. This replica of the Korean peninsula is on display at the National Map Museum in the city of Suwon, Gyeonggi Province. It shows at a glance the topographical features of the Korean territory, such as high mountains in the east and low plains in the west. The replica was produced based on a digital elevation model, which is used to measure altitude when constructing dams or motorways. Moon Ji-yong, official National Geographic Info Institute, said the digital elevation model divides the territory into equal sections and marks various heights. One can see the highs and lows of the country's land at a glance. The 3D topography was drawn by dividing the nation's territory into squares, each measuring 90 meters to a side and calculating the average altitude. Seoul's 3D topographic map clearly shows the Han River crossing the city from east to west, as well as Mount Gwanak in the south and Mount Bukhan in the north. Go Yong-chang, official National Geographic Info Institute, said this map can be used in academic research nationwide, as well as North Korea and other regions. It will also help ordinary citizens learn more about Korea's topography. The map is expected to be widely used in civilian fields for tasks such as analyzing visibility and the amount of sunshine.